Hello everyone, my name is Jbundu, an MA student of the University of Rasmussen. I'm here today to give a presentation under communication. Communication is a broad model, but my presentation here is gonna based on no verbal communication. Communication can be communicated in two ways. It's either in verbally or no verbal communication. So this presentation here I'm about to give here is based on no verbal communication analysis. This presentation is analyzing how how no verbal communication can be positive and negative at the same time. I have some historical slides here, photograph which I'm gonna analyze on. I'm gonna show and then analyze those photographs, how they communicate to people. Um, Here is number one. A man right hand lifted up with an image. The description here is the photograph is showing a man right hand lifted up with an image of hammer. The body language here, the man stands with a raised arm and a hammer, indicating assertiveness and control over his work. The facial expression here, his focused expression suggests determination and confidence in his ability. The gesture here, the fact of raising the hammer is a powerful gesture symbolizing his role and expert. The positive impact here under this non-verbal communication can convince competency and reliability. The negative impact here, it could also be perceived as intimidating or overbearing if not balanced with approachability. The second slide here, photograph a man. The description here is showing a man standing under a sun. His two hands are lifted up, the left hand on his head and the right hand holding his heart. The body language here, the man's hands are on his head or lifted up, this suggesting stress or frustration or overwhelming. The facial expression here is difficulty but the posture indicates discomfort or anxiety. The gesture here, holding his head, implies he is dealing with a difficult situation or problem. A positive impact here under this non-verbal communication can elect empathy and understanding from others. The negative impact here, it may convince a lack of control or inability to cope, undermining his own ability. I have another slide here of a man in a military uniform. The photograph here showing a man in a military uniform standing with a shining object in front of him. His body language, a man standing upright with one hand on his hip and the other hand on a machine away from his body. He's leaning on the same machine. His facial expression, his face showing authority and suggesting readiness. He's very serious on this photo, actually. His gesture showing serious expression. The way he's standing, his stance is firm, and his arms are slightly away from his body, suggesting readiness and authority. No, no verbal communication here. The positive influence interaction may convincing competency and control. The negative part here is in it may create a sense of distance or intimidating. And the last slides here of the photographs, a woman in a black dress with a white collar. The description here is showing a woman in a black dress with a white collar. Um, the woman body language here is sitting on a table. One leg is crossed on top of the other. Hands are on her lap, close together. Her facial expression, she has a natural face with a slight opening lips and a smiling face. Her gesture, sitting with a formal posture. Her clothing is conservative and her gaze direct but not overly engaging. This no verbal communication. The positive part here is this conveys a sense of formality and research show professional appearance. The negative part here is this might hinder personal ability, appearing aloof. In conclusion, non-verbal communication play a crucial role in how we preserve and interact with others. By analyzing body language, facial expression, and gesture, we can better understand the underlying emotion and intentions being communicated. Thank you for listening and watching at the same time. Um, Here ends my presentation.